What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 5 NHL 22 Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode Series. We're currently 6-0 in the preseason. Alexander Holzter's got 10 points in 6 games. If you guys missed the last episode, definitely go and check it out, because spoiler warning, we finally won the Stanley Cup. Looks good. I think we actually finished like second in the league behind the Flyers there. Terrence Campbell, of course. A good year for us. Who won the Conn Smythe? Adam Fox there. Obviously our first round pick in the fantasy draft. So very happy with that. Actually, almost forgot to show you guys, but our AHL team's been dominating. Back-to-back Calder Cups, third Calder Cup in 4 years. They've also won the regular season the past 4 years straight. Like, our AHL team is just insane. So I'll show you guys the lines here before we start the sim. Also, too, I think I have to do some contract extensions before potentially, guys start putting up more points, asking for more money. Look at that top 9. McTavish, Johnson, Holtz is our first line. Stammer, Perfetti, Gunther on the second. Marchand, Rossi, and Quinn on the third. All 3 lines get a +5. Plus, ice time allocation there is roll 3 lines, so we'll be playing a bit more. That means 4th line, of course, won't be playing as much. Jake Neighbors, Evgeny Malkin, Fedor Svechkov. And, that's a really good 4th line. Svechkov here, 2283, 284. He'd probably be in any other team's 3rd line minimum, if not a 2nd liner. Same with Malkin. He's really slow now. Physical stats have definitely gone down too, but still a good offensive player. He kind of just ended up being like an extra guy signed because we had more money than I expected. Jake Neighbors there too is like a solid player. I can play 4th line though, I think. Defensively here, Edmonton Fox, top pair, gets a +5. Nasty, first D pair. Taves Hughes on the second, +1. Timmins Svitov on the bottom pair. Timmins here's an 85 now, making $1 million next couple of years. That's such good value. In terms of goaltending, Wallstedt's our starter now, 87 overall. Costa back in up 85, so very good goalie tandem. 4-man power plays there, both +5. Same with the regular power play. That first one looks nasty. Quinn's only 85, but I mean his shot's almost perfect. He better be clapping some bombs from the point for us. Even the second unit there I think looks really nice. Stammer you can see on the point there. I'm actually only running Fox for any defenseman in the power play because I feel like our forwards are all that good. PK wise, we actually get +5 on both. Very happy with that. 3-man's a +1, a +2, which isn't too bad. I really thought our PK was going to hurt after losing Bergeron, but it's still pretty good. AHL wise, I think they're going to potentially 3-peat here. Holloway, Brisson, and Brink. Brink's an 83, playing first line AHL. I just had no room for him. He's a sniper. They're going to be so sick. Kamel there with Johnston and Cooley on the second line get a +5. So the 2 spits with the Finnish prospect. You got Cam there, Thomas, and Pelche. Drury, Beecher, Ratu. It's actually a really good AHL 4th line. Defensively, O'Rourke, Evans, Merkley, Lambos, Stahl, and Bodwin. Goaltending, Blomqvist and Dostal, both 82s. Dostal was our guy last year, but it'll probably be like a tandem. So yeah, we'll see how this team does. They're looking really good right now. And like I was saying, guys, we do have to do some contract extensions. So if you look at the bottom there, you'll see we currently have $16 million in cap space with this stacked team. If we trade away Malkin at the deadline, we could bring in a $20 million player, which is kind of ridiculous to think about. Now, Gunther here, gonna want a lot of money. $9 million. I mean, he might be worth it. I think he's playing 2nd line. I feel like for that price, we could just wait. Luke Hughes, because he's a created player, the contract's kind of messed up on him. Svitov is going to want a lot of money. $7 million. He's like a more defensive defenseman. I'm only just trying to wait on him as well. And hopefully you can kind of get him in the fall for a lot cheaper. Jack Quinn wants $5 million. That's probably fair. A lot of these guys, they're probably not asking for, anything unrealistic. Svechkov is going to play 4th line, so his ask shouldn't be crazy. And look at our goalies here, Wallstedt and Costa are both locked up long term. So I don't know, honestly. I'm thinking I might hold off. I guess Quinn could maybe go off, as I've got him on the first power play. Only 3rd line, but I don't know. What's he want? Pretty much $5 million. So we need him for 5 more years. Let's try $5 million for 5 years. I feel like that's a pretty good contract. The rest, I think would just rather wait and, hopefully get them slightly cheaper. And look at that, guys. Jack Quinn actually accepted the offer. Also, too, you might notice that winning there against Chicago 7-2. That was our final preseason game. So we went 7-0 in the preseason. I think Holtz had 12 points to be our leading scorer. Our ratings here for the start of this season, 100, 186. Our team is stacked. Now, St. Louis there looks pretty sick. Draisaitl, Gaudreau, and Aho. Jeez, okay, so it's going to be a tough team in our division, but I got faith in the boys. Let's see if we can go back-to-back. And we're now in December here, guys. The record of 21, 10, and 4. Blues there, first in the division, of course. That team looking pretty sick. Marchand, almost a point per game, playing on our 3rd line. He's 30 years old now. That's pretty awesome. So with 46 points, we're actually, I think, top 5 in the league, which is nice to see. AHL-wise, Brink there, 38 and 34. I mean, I'd hope so. He's 83 overall. AHL team, 24, 7, and 3. So Yeah, they're dominating as usual, but Silver Knights actually doing better. And we just got a big trade off here, guys, to New York Islanders. Gabe Landeskog and Anthony Cirelli, but they want Kamel Johnston and Batter. So two of our top prospects. Obviously, we're getting back two really good players. Landeskog's 88, only has 27 points right now, 49 games. Cirelli there, 85, has got 20 points, but really good defensive stats. Also two X factors there. I think obviously we're going to say no here. Kamel, he's got 40 and 48. Johnston there's got 43 and 48, so they're both playing awesome on the same line in the AHL, so I'd rather just hold on to them. And we just got another pretty big trade-off here. Monahan and Frost for Johnston, but again, don't really want to give up one of our better prospects. We're currently playing really well, too. Look at that. 37, 14, and 4, a couple days away from the deadline. Like I said, I just want to try and bring in the best player we possibly can. We have 20 million in cap space. It's going to go away after this season, so if we can find, literally, if Connor McDavid's on the trade block, that would kind of be the perfect player for us to go get. We're currently 42, 15, and 5. So, wow, we're playing awesome. 89 points puts us first in the division. The Blues have actually fell way back. And we're also first in the NHL. That's awesome. Stammer there, over a point per game. Bobby Brink, over a point per game. AHL team with 83 points. First in the division, but the crunch there. Eagles and Silver Knights all having great seasons. So, we'll get to the deadline here, guys. We're definitely going to be a buyer, as I mentioned. I'm not sure what happened in that Coyotes game. I guess we'll see it afterwards. Sean Couturier, top player on the block, 91 overall. I did try to make a trade for him last episode, if you guys remember. Jordan Kyrou, Gabe Landeskog. Kyrou's 89. 1 year left at $5 million. But again, the salary doesn't matter for us if it's 1 year. We could bring in like an overpaid guy as long as he's good. Bertuzzi, Shen, Bjorkstrand, Carlo, Hannafin, Ullmark, and Moore. Okay, Moore's back on the Leafs. He's actually up to an 86. Geez. So, I mentioned McDavid. I do wonder if he's not signing an extension, what's his trade value like? Jordan Kyrou, I was just looking at with Blake Coleman for 2 first-round picks in Johnston. Okay, no, that is such a steep price. I'm not doing that, but good to know they want to trade Kyrou to us. So McDavid's value is still at the max there, and he is signing an extension. He took a pay cut, even though the salary cap went up. Just under $12 million for 6 years. What did Chicago do to make McDavid so loyal to them? And he's already 90 points right now in 63 games. So even on medium scoring, with shot frequency set to high, McDavid still goes off. Tuck and Roslovic there. First, Cam Stahl. Again, these trades aren't worth it unless I'm getting a true superstar back, and that has not been the case yet. So good to know Kyrou's an option. What's his trade value look like? Not too crazy. John Tavares down to 84. So I'm just gonna go through every team and literally just try and find the best player we can trade for. Also, guys, I'm looking through the teams right now, and look at this. Minnesota drafted Connor Bedard. Moritz Seider grew from high elite to medium franchise. He's a 92 at 24. Dude's insane. They also drafted Connor Bedard, who's a 94 at 20 years old, so he got really good as well. Minnesota team might be a dynasty here pretty soon. So after looking through all the teams, guys, Jordan Kyrou is the best available forward on the block there. 27.89, making 5.5. He's got just under a point per game. I mean, look at that. He's fast, good shot, good hands, good D-awareness, actually, kind of surprisingly, 92. So, might use him on the PK. Now, what I'm thinking, first-round pick, because it should be a late pick. And I'm thinking as well, if they want him, finally trade a Morgan Cam here, just because I've been trying to move him. And that looks to be pretty equal. We could maybe even get away with, could we maybe keep our first and instead trade, say, a second this year and a third next year with Cam? See what the Ducks say. Trades rejected. Okay, so probably going to cost our first, but that's alright. Try this now. Trade still rejected. I mean, I'm not trading any current NHL players. We're definitely be losing somebody, so maybe I let go of... I mean, Malkin's got 1 year left. He's a vet. Maybe it's time to let go of Jake Neighbors just to save a bit of money for me next year. $2 million for the next 6. We have so many good players in the AHL. He's got great defensive awareness, but shot blocking, stick check could be better. Not trading Stammer for Bennett. Stammer's a point per game. So I added Jake Neighbors to this trade. Him, Cam, and a first for Kyrou. We're jumping up 6 overall there. Paying a big price, but trying to go back-to-back. Ducks say yes. So big-time trade there, but hopefully Kyrou's a difference maker for us. In the last 5 minutes, we got a trade offer from the Islanders. McLeod and Pajot for Johnston and a first. Now, not a bad offer, but obviously don't want to trade Johnston. McLeod's actually got a good two-way game there. But honestly, he'd just be on our 4th line, so rather hold on to some prospects. Let's see here. Voracek to the Rangers. Ullmark to the Red Wings. Pretty big trade. Burakovsky to the Sabres. Dermott there to the Panthers. Our trade for Kyrou. Milano to the Kings, Ferraro to the Vegas Golden Knights, Kopitar to the Wild, Hanford to the Rangers. Let's see, D'Angelo back to the Hurricanes. You got Nino Niederreiter there to the Kings, Vince Dunn back on the Blues, Trevor Moore to the Capitals. Okay, so definitely we made the biggest trade there of the deadline. Cale Fleury, free agent, 2780. I mean, he would make our AHL team better. We have the money for him right now. Why not? Just try and help them with that Calder Cup run. And after the trade deadline, guys, just an updated look at the team. Honestly, I didn't expect this, but Kyrou's playing fourth line. Basically just took over Jake Neighbors' spot. I did move Svechkov to the left wing. Reason being, if we put Kyrou anywhere in the top 9, we lose our +5 on like the 3 lines. So that didn't really make a lot of sense. To make up for that, though, I have him playing on all the special teams. So you can see he's on the power play 2. He's on 4-man power play 1. He's on PK 1. So he should still get, a decent amount of ice time there. Obviously, want to get something back from that trade. Defense has not changed. AHL-wise, we did lose Cam, so third line has Sokolov on it. I think that's really the only switch. Also, too, of course, picked up Cale Fleury, so now I have an 80-plus defenseman on every D pair in the AHL. And the left side still high 70s. So again, I think both these teams are poised for championship runs. Let's see how they do. And we're now in the season here, guys. The record of 52, 22, and 8. So very happy with the regular season. We hit over 50 wins, 112 points on the year. Was it good enough for the President's Trophy? Looks like it. We beat out the Flyers there by 1 point. AHL-wise, 54 wins. They're also in the 50-win club. Finished with 113 points, but the Eagles there, 128. Geez, they're going to be a tough team to play against if we do match up with them. Now let's see. Marco Rossi, huge year for him, 78 points. Mostly assists, but I will take it. AHL-wise, Brendan Brisson, big year there, 87 and 82. He better go up in rating. He's been stuck at like an 80 now. I think he's 24 years old. I need him to at least get to like a low 80 to kind of make that bottom 6 in the NHL. Holtz at 73, Perfetti 72, Stammer 71, 36 years old. I mean, how do you drop in rating when you're putting up, good points like that? Jordan Kyrou at 70. So let's see, with our team, he had 7 points in 19 games. So not the best, not the worst either. That's obviously mostly probably special teams. Marchand 68, and that's third liner. Fox 67, Quinn 63, 41 goals. I think that early contract we gave him was definitely worth it. Johnson 62, McTavish 60. Like, that's insane. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players on our team had 60-plus points. So this team's obviously very, very deep. Gunther only had 52, so I think it made sense not paying him $9 million. Should be able to get him a little bit cheaper than that. Evanson 42 is not bad. Luke Hughes still is not producing for D-man. Like, he's got all the tools. Just keeps putting up 25 points. 92 passing, powerful shot, 95 offensive awareness. He's got Heat Seeker. He's got, what is that, Seeing Eye, Send It. I don't know why he's not putting up more points than that, but whatever, I guess. Goaltending-wise, so Wallstedt had most of the starts, .911 and 2.61. That's not bad. Costa, .901, 3.1. Same ratings as before. AHL-wise, so Dostal, Blomqvist split. Dostal had slightly better numbers. They're both still 82s. Let's see. So behind Brisson, Brink 84. Again, he should be an NHL player, 83 overall. I kind of feel bad. Holloway at 80. He's got to go up as well. Like, that first line was so dominant. Wyatt Johnson 75, very solid. Kamel 69, nice. He's up to an 81. Thomas, Cooley there, almost 50. That's pretty good. Beecher, same thing. Merkley, Pelche, about 40 points. Okay, so our AHL team, yeah, should be, poised for another run here. Take a look and see, led the entire league in scoring. Austin Matthews on the Lightning. Oh my, these fans look away. 131. 66 goals, 65 assists. What a season for him. With the Brinket there at 113. And Matthew Tkachuk 113. So that first line just dominated. Oh my god. McDavid behind those guys. Matthew Boldy up to 105 points. That's kind of ridiculous for him, honestly. 77 assists. Jeez. Ovi there, 103 at 59 goals. I should have tried harder to get him that last season. I am curious. Let's see. Goals is Matthew, 66. And in the AHL here, so I want to see points. Hosang, 92. Jeez, I actually saw Brendan Brisson was second in goals. That's kind of cool. We'll go back to the NHL here. We'll check defensive scoring. McCarr, 78. Fox was 5th, so pretty happy with that. Are you kidding me? Owen Power, we trade him away. Up to an 88. He had 61 points. He's averaging 27 minutes a night after, we trade him to Dallas for Kamel there. 22-34, then all of a sudden, 61. I mean, he only is still 23. I was worried he was going to be a bust. looking like a pretty legit defenseman. The thing is, we literally had like a logjam at defense. Like, we let Sergachev go because we had such good defensemen. Goaltending-wise, Anderson there with the most wins. Best save percentage. I know you have to like click Y a bunch of times here, guys. Luke Peck in there, .921. And goals against, Jesper Wallstedt. Okay, I mean, 38 wins isn't bad. Maybe he's got a chance at that Vezina trophy. And speaking of trophies, as you guys can see there, we won the Presidents with 112 points. Take a look. Any teams squeak in. I mean, Ottawa at 17. Montreal last place, 61 points. Let's see. Tampa Bay Lightning there. Most goals, 4-3-14. We were second, though. Goals against Philadelphia. Okay, they beat us by 1. I feel like that happened last year. We got beat out by 1 goal. The William Jennings Trophy. The Devils there were 1 goal behind us. So all 3 of those teams are very, very close. Next year, guys, we'll just get started with the playoffs. Obviously, we'll have to take a look and see what the team that we're playing roster looks like. With the fantasy draft, we have no idea. Arizona Coyotes. Okay, so yeah, I'm very curious. No idea. Dylan Larkin. Oh, that hurts. Barkov, Koskaranta, Plyarvi, JT Miller, Vesalainen up to an 88. Jeez, he grew a ton. That's with like medium top 6 or low elite. Tolvanen, these 2 guys are always overrated on the same team now. Heponiemi, Sammy Blyce, Hathaway, Campe, Silverberg, Forsling, Dobson, Myers, Harley, Hanola, Murphy. I mean, the defense is pretty average. They have a very good goalie in net, Jake Onger. I mean, you guys saw the playoffs, stone in his head. I can't believe, at the beginning of the year, I think EA had him with like low fringe potential. He might have been a decent rating, I want to say like 82, but low fringe starter. I mean, what a joke. I obviously had to make that medium elite. First 2 games at home. Okay, 4-3 OT loss and a 3-0 shutout win. I mean, the first game, maybe they just got lucky. Next 2 games here in Arizona. We're playing at the College Arena. We get a couple wins, 5-1, 4-2. One of these next 3 games, there we go, 5-4 OT win, game number 5. So, Coyotes played us pretty good, honestly, considering, like, on paper, how much better our team is. I see the Canucks swept the Knights. We're not playing them, though. We have the Blues here, accidentally 7 game 1. 7-3 win, though. I will take it. Stammer there, 8.6 games. And actually, we already know St. Louis has some sick forwards on the team from early in the year. They got Draisaitl. Who else they got? Aho, Goudreau. Oh my god, this team's more stacked than I thought. Lafreniere, who I could have taken over Stamkos, and it's looking like that probably makes more sense, because by the time we were good, Lafreniere's 24 in his prime, where Stamkos is starting to get older. Playing with him with Draisaitl and Goudreau. What a nasty first line. Even the second line, Kash's Mev. They got Aho, Slavkovsky. Are you kidding me? 78 Koivula. I mean, they lose a lot of depth. Appleton's up to an 84. That's actually kind of good growth for him. Pretty decent fourth line defensively. Uyghur, Jaracek, Polak. I mean, the defense isn't that bad. Blackwood, Ingram. Honestly, this is a pretty good team. And I mean, they have 5 90-plus forwards. Like, that's ridiculous. How many do we have? We only have... Do we even have one? Yeah, we don't even have a single... Or, sorry, we have one in Holtz. With the +5s, obviously, it's big bonuses. But yeah, we just have, you know, mostly a lot of high 80s. And then obviously our defense is ridiculous. I think our defense is honestly like the strongest part of our team. So we'll see here what we do with St. Louis. Again, we got to shut down those top forwards. Hopefully our defensemen are up to the task. Next game here at home, 4-2 win. Head to St. Louis, though. It's a 4-3 OT loss. 5-2 win. All right, just have to win one of the next 3 here. Move on to the conference final. Lose game 6, lose game 5, win game 6. Let's go. And we're playing the Vancouver Canucks in the Western Conference Final. Battle of Pennsylvania over in the East. That's pretty cool. Now, the Canucks have only dropped 1 game so far. That's a bit worrisome. Perfetti there's got 13 and 11. Good to see him having a strong playoff. Take a look here at this Vancouver team. 80 overall Couture first line with Eichel, Tippett, Keller, 80 overall Liam Ogren, Iafella, what's Ogren, 22, Kostin, Monahan, Frost, Lesterinin, Dargachensev, Svechnikov. How is this team in the conference final and only lost 1 playoff game? They've got Jack Eichel, and that's about it. I actually remember now, too, like, they were trying to trade us Monahan and Frost at the deadline, so they were selling. They do have Quinn Hughes and Boquist, so their top D pair is nuts. Chernak Wallner's also a solid second D pair. Bryson, Fairbrother, and they got Brossois and 81 in Price. That's right. Price down to 79 now. Okay, like, our top 3 lines all getting +5. Better be able to score some goals here on Laurent Brossois. I mean, he's not bad, but he's an 81. Come on, let's see what happens here. Game 1, Western Conference Final. We got the home ice advantage. 0-0. 2-0 for them. Eichel, Lesterinin. 4-1. What is this team doing? Like, what does this team have that we don't have? We have better offense on paper, better defense, better goaltending. Makes no sense to me. And speaking of that, guys, I actually want to see what are their ratings. We already know ours, 100, 187, 95, 94, 81. So yeah, like I said, we're literally higher in all three facets of the game. Come on, let's take game 2 at home. We cannot go down 2-0. 1-0, Malkin. So fourth line's getting it done. Holtz, Quinn, and there we go. We get a shutout from Wallstedt. You love to see it. I think we outshot them there 38-25, I saw, 38-23. So we need more of that. Game 3 now, heading to Vancouver. If we can just keep this going here, would not stress me out as much. 2-0, McTavish and Kyrou. Let's go. 2-1. 3-1. Perfetti, empty netter. Insurance goal. Let's go. Good to see Kyrou scoring as well. Obviously, want to see that trade deadline deal paying off for us. Game 4 now. This could be pivotal. We're up 2-1 in the series. We either take commanding lead 3-1 or they tie it. 0-0. Doubling their shots. Cole Perfetti again. 2-1. Let's go. Perfetti with another. Costin, unfortunately, ruins Wallstedt's shutout, but we'll take the W. So, 3-1 series lead now on these Canucks. Have to win one of the next 3. I think we've been in this situation the last 3 rounds. So, here we go. Headed home. Potential to win the Western Conference in front of our home fans. Wow. What a first period. 4-1. Johnson, Stammer, Malkin, Stammer again. 5-3. They're pulling it closer. Perfetti just scoring at will this series. And you got Bryson and Eichel for them. 9-3. Oh my god. What a way to win the Western Conference. Wow. Jack Quinn, McTavish. McTavish with a couple actually. Stammer. It looks like they subbed in Price too. Did they play Price? No, yeah, they subbed in Price after 3 early goals on Brossoit. And Price let in 6. So shades of Edmonton, Calgary there. Smith out early. Koskinen lets in 6. And wow, win that 9-3 to move on to the Stanley Cup Final. We're either playing Pittsburgh or Philly. Who is it going to be? The Philadelphia Flyers. Okay. Chance to repeat. Perfetti, 20-16. Let's go. Take a look and see. What is this Flyers roster looking like? Buchnevich, Dubois, Patty Kane, Garland, Haula, Dahlin, Athanasiou, Bowers, Holmstrom, Velarde, Lawton, Yarncroc. So they got depth. But I mean, our forward group's obviously so much better, even if they're getting +5s like we are. They're probably not getting as many +5s as us. Werenski, good #1 D. Brandstrom, Valimaki, Sanderson, that's right. They got a really nice top 4 D. Clegg there, Savard, okay, bottom pair. Thatcher Demko starting for them. Stuart Skinner backing them up. And now before we start saving the Stanley Cup Final, guys, I just remembered our AHL team is still in the playoffs. And look at this. They're matched up with the Cleveland Monsters in the Calder Cup Final. They have a chance to repeat. Currently down 2-1. So I'll kind of keep an eye on that as we sim through the NHL playoffs. Actually, I just simmed a game. They won it. So it's tied up. Let's see if they can pull it off. Imagine we win both NHL and AHL championships back-to-back. 0-0 first period. They're actually, wow, they got 20 shots in the first. That's kind of nuts. 2-1 for them. Werenski, Kane, Gunther for us. 3-2, okay, unfortunately. Fallen game 1, but at least it was a close game there. Still a lot of games left, obviously. We actually have our home ice, and of course we have the home ice advantage, so definitely don't want to go down 2-0 here, especially, you know, losing both at home. 1-1, Bowers for them, Hughes for us. 3-1, Clegg and Kane. Come on, we need a big third. They're doubling our shots, 29-15. That's not good. Haula and Dubois there, empty net. 5-1 win. What are we doing here, boys? Come on. AHL team. And the AHL team got a 4-3 OT win. So the AHL team actually could win the Calder Cup in this next game for the 3-peat and the 4th cup in 5 years. And they do it. Are you kidding me? Our AHL team is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. NHL team, come on, you can't be shown up by the AHL. 1-0, let's go. 2-1, Quinn there, and we win. Okay, 42-29. The guys showed up in Philly. They just were angry, did not want to go down 3-0. I mean, I'll take 2 games in Philly to tie it up. You know, obviously, I'd like to win at home, but a 2-2 series after 4 is not bad. 0-0, 0-0. Wow, 26-17. They get the lone goal from Scott Lawton. Are you kidding me? Now, is that 57 seconds into the third or 57 seconds left in the third? I'm not sure. If it's 57 seconds left, that's an absolute heartbreak. So, backs against the wall here, guys. 3-1 series lead for the Flyers. We have to win the next 3 straight if we want to win back-to-back cups. Let's see if we can get it done. Game 5, Fox opens the scoring there, 1-0. 3-2 now for them. Are you kidding me? Haula, Garland, and Velarde, Edmondson for us. Stanley Cup hopes are on the line. They have a power play. I trust the PK. Okay, we do survive. A little over 10 minutes to go. We're getting outshot here, but a lot of hockey to play. We just need one hero to force this thing to OT. Another power play, and Velarde scores. How are we taking bad penalties like that? 5 minutes left, down 2. Looks like it's going to be all she wrote. So, I mean, this team's really good. We made it to back-to-back Stanley Cups. Unfortunately, ran into a solid Flyers team there who, ruined our chances of the repeat, but it's okay. The AHL team, the three-peat is just ridiculous. Wyatt Johnson, 26 and 20. I mean, dude's playing underdog for the Spits in the real-life playoffs right now as well, so good to see that. Now, next year, guys, I want to take a look at the awards. I guess we'll go player stats here, just to see how everyone did. So, Perfetti was a point per game. Probably would have been the Conn Smythe Trophy winner if he won the Cup. Goaltending-wise, Wallstedt. I mean, those are good numbers, too. It would have been him or Perfetti. Stammer had almost a point per game. He's got to go up from 83. Gunther, not bad. Same with Johnson, Rossi. Anyone not really show up? I mean, Marchand got 8, considering how he did. McTavish, first line, having 7. 6 goals. Just wasn't playmaking at all. Malkin, 6 goals. AHL-wise, Wyatt Johnson, 26. He carried this team. Wow, the next best was Pelche with 15. He was on the third line just producing. And I just realized, guys, it's not showing us Bobby Brink or Joakim Kamel because it's just kind of a glitch where if they're too high rated, it puts them in the NHL. So, playoff tree, let's see. We beat the Chicago Wolves in 4, Toronto Moose in 5, Ontario Reign in 5, and then the Cleveland Monsters in 6. Never had a Game 7. Philly here swept the Blue Jackets, Rangers 7, Penguins 7, and then beat us in 5. I can't believe it. We made it all the way there just to fall short. So, Stanley Cup champs, Philadelphia Flyers. We got the President's Trophy, though, which is what Philly won the year before. And I wanted to see something. Okay, yeah, we beat Pittsburgh in the Stanley Cup final last year. I knew it was one of the Pennsylvania teams. I couldn't remember. And it was actually Philly there the year before. So, wow. Philly's made it to the Stanley Cup final 2 of the last 3 years. They won it 1 time. So, pretty similar to us there. I can't believe. Would have been awesome to get back-to-back cups. Matthews, Art Ross, and the Hart. Fox actually got the James Norris. That's awesome. So, he must have had an insane plus-minus. I'll go take a look. Matthews, Lady Bing. McMuffin, the guy I wanted to draft, got the Calder. Kane, Conn Smythe. Demko, Vezina, back-to-back. It's actually his 3rd Vezina in the last 4 seasons. Also got the William Jennings back-to-back years. Justin Barron there on the Red Wings. Bill Masterton. Canuck coach Jack Adams. Barkov, 3rd straight Selke. Matthews, Ted Lindsay. Also Maurice Richard. So AHL team, look at that domination. 4 of 5 Calder Cups. 3 straight there as well. Did not win the regular season, though, this year. But, I mean, it's okay. We won the Calder Cup. We'll let another team win the regular season this time. Ho-Sang had the most points. Brisson, though, MVP. Probably just because he had more goals. Yoki Harju there, best defense. And I'm surprised in the AHL. Portillo, best goalie. Wyatt Johnson, MVP of the playoffs. Kind of figured that. Brisson, sportsmanship. Portillo there, lowest goals against. Okay, so, I mean, overall, I'm, quite happy with how this played out. And yeah, guys, look at that. So Adam Fox had 11 less points than McCarr, but he was a -7, where Adam Fox was a +49. Evanson +57, but didn't quite have the points. So that top pair for us just dominates. Definitely can't break them up. And I'm pretty sure they're under contract, both of them, for the next little bit. So that's good to see. We'll get to retired players next year, guys, and then the draft. Really just trying to bring back as many guys as we can. And obviously, too, if there is a big-name free agent, I think David Pastrnak might be available, I saw when I was looking at New Jersey. Wouldn't mind bringing them in. Edmonton there, back on top, picking first. Montreal behind them. And check this out, guys. If Evgeny Malkin calls it quits, I did not expect that. Rest of the retired players, you got Kopitar, Giroux, Voracek, Jonathan Toews, Stastny, Perron, Burns there. Back at the Wild, Drew Doughty, Roman Josi, Jordan Stahl, JVR back the Leafs, Neil Simmons, Brassard. Goalie-wise, Marc-Andre Fleury, Jonathan Quick, Halak, Elliott, Talbot, Bernier. Pretty good amount of names retiring this year. And again, I didn't expect Malkin to retire. I wonder if I kind of forced him to retirement by playing him on the 4th line. But, I mean, it helped make the 4th line better. We'll definitely have some AHL guys to call up now. So, we'll get to the draft like I was saying, guys. Don't have a first-round pick, but that's okay. I mean, we made it to the Stanley Cup final. You can't really ask for much more than that. Look at the draft class this year. Obviously, last year our scouts did so much better than 2 years ago. Unknown first overall, probably medium elite. Okay, so we got 4 gems. I like guaranteed low top 684. 64 is kind of rich. Low elite 37. I don't know if we'll have a second there. The medium starter is a gem, but kind of have enough goalies, I feel. Any guaranteed medium elites? No, none of them outside the top 5, really. Now, I did find a guaranteed low elite defenseman, 264, Alan Stalock. NHL ETA 3 years, that's going to be a steal. And look at this, guys. Guaranteed high starter goalie 112. That's such good value. NHL ETA 5 years, but who cares? Check this out, guys. Stamkos did grow after that awesome season. He's now at 87, making 8.5 for 1 more year. So, I mean, I got to hold on to the captain. I'm just hoping we have the cap space to kind of make it all work. And next year, guys, trying to make a trade the Maple Leafs for Washington's 2nd round pick, offering up signing rights to Kyrou, Cale Fleury, who we got, so signing rights, Luke Dostal, Rizard Bean, we got Blomqvist now, and I want our medium elite goalie to be like the AHL backup next season to try and get more ice time. The value's pretty equal. We'll see what they say. Trades rejected. I mean, fair enough. I think maybe we could add, like, I don't know. I didn't realize we had, like, no picks this draft. Okay. Honestly, in that case, I wouldn't mind give us, like, a 3rd and a 4th then, because there are some, like, decent mid-round picks we could get. Maybe a 3rd and 2 4ths. Am I being greedy? Maybe try a 3rd, a 4th, and a 6th. And there we go. Okay, so I think that's pretty good value, especially if we can, you know, hit on those picks. And next year, guys, I'm trying to trade Brad Marchand's sign rights to the Boston Bruins. This could be his final season. We overpaid him last year, getting him $7 million, but he even asked for, say, like, 5. I think it's too much money for all the guys we have to re-sign, so I'd rather get something for him. Rodriguez kind of like an extra. He was our 3rd string goalie. Hopefully, it, like, adds to the value, not takes away. We'll see if they do this for a 4th. Trades rejected. I'm just trying to get something here. I'll do a 6th round pick. And they say yes. Okay, so we have a lot more draft picks now, as you guys can see, which is really going to help out with all those kind of steals we were looking at. And so I just into our 2nd round pick, guys, and this Jocks goalie got taken by the Canucks. 47 medium elite. Some low top 6s there. Look at this. Edmonton gets a medium franchise 1st overall. Don't know how our scouts missed him, but what are you going to do? So, highest ranked guy, we have Bryce Dryden. Could be medium elite. Interesting. NHL ETA, though, is guaranteed 5 years. He might have quick pick. Seems like a bit of a risky draft. Look at the rest of our pins. We don't have to pick anyone till like the 80s, and we have a couple 3rds, so I guess I'll take Dryden and hope for the best. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? I wasn't expecting him to be a medium elite. That's awesome. Also, too, 61 overall is a lot higher than I expected for a 5-year NHL ETA. I thought he'd be in the 50s. 61 medium elite. 2nd last pick. I am so happy right now. Okay, so next pick. We should have some guys available, yeah. Reinpret here. Could be medium elite as well. NHL ETA 5 years. I mean, our scouts have been hitting. Ristolainen, guaranteed low top 6. We have another 3rd rounder, I think. Yeah, so maybe we trade up at that 3rd to try and get both of these guys, because they both look like they're going to be players. So, Reinpret, right wing. Medium top 9. Okay, so our scouts did miss on that. So I'm going to see if the Sharks are willing to move down 9 spots in the 3rd for a 6th round pick. And they are. Okay, so I think that was actually some pretty good value for us. We'll sim to our next pick here. Ooh, Mayorov, low top 6. Is that the guy I was looking at? Also, Vegas got a low top 4 defenseman. No, our guy was Ristolainen. Gem, guaranteed low top 6. 60 overall. Okay, so what makes him a gem? He doesn't have any X factors. He's got a good shot, though, so maybe that's all it was. And now in the 4th round here, guys, this Teperainen guy could be medium elite. Let's take a look at the pins. Still a lot of players left. I did want the high starter goalie. He's going at 112, so 10 picks from now. I think he's probably the safe bet. Like, a guaranteed high starter goalie is pretty good. So yeah, I'm just going to take Claremont here, play it safe. What's his rating? 48, so he's definitely lower rated, but again, guaranteed high starter goalie. I'm curious to see what the defenseman was for potential. Teperainen, 62 medium top 6. Okay, yeah, so we really didn't miss out on much there. Definitely rather have the high starter goalie. Markstrom here could be medium top 4 defenseman. And everyone else we have pinned here is basically in the 200s, like Osgood's 194. So, yeah, I'll just try Sven Markstrom. 59 medium 7th, that could have been better. And so the next pick here, we'll go with Osgood. Hopefully he's higher than medium 7th D. He's also a medium 7th, come on. Detroit here trying to trade us to Tar to move up. I'm definitely saying no to that. We don't need any more bodies. So next highest pin would be Burrows, it looks like. Or actually, this goalie, Martindale, by 1. 57 medium league goalie. I'll take a medium league goalie in the 6th round. Let's go. And now next year, guys, we're trying to make a trade with the Carolina Hurricanes. It kind of helps us out in 2 ways. I want to get 3 7th round picks, draft the rest of the prospects I have pinned, also trading away a bunch of extra guys. Sokolov's 26 now, same with Bodwin. Kidney, 2374 is not great. Same with Stahl, 2271. Petrovsky there. So moving on from some contracts that aren't great, getting some 7ths back. They say yes, which I feel makes sense. In their mind, they're probably thinking like the 7th round picks are all going to miss. Luckily, we have insane scouts. So our next one here will be Burrows. I think we're actually going to have an extra pick, but whatever. 55 low top 6D. Not terrible. Next pick here, we'll take stock, guaranteed low elite. 60, oh my gosh, 66 overall as well, D-man. That is such a good 7th round pick. And our next pick here in the 7th, we're going to take the last guy that's pinned, Schroeder here. German defenseman, low top 9, 59 overall. That's really not bad either. And our last pick in the draft, we have no more pins. Could be a medium fringe starter. Goalie, guaranteed medium 7th D-man. This American winger, low elite potentially. Perrin, let's take him. Oh my gosh, he is low elite, just a random dude. 59 overall. What a draft again. Like, we've honestly drafted so well. I don't know what happened like 2 years ago. Scouts just took the year off, I guess, because they did terrible. But the last 2 seasons, they've been so good. And another re-sign phase here, guys, with $25 million in cap space. We got 4 big players to re-sign. Marco Rossi here, now an 89 overall. He went up in rating. And of course, his ask also went up. He wants just under 10 for 7. For 5, it's a little bit cheaper, but gonna cost a lot, so we'll qualify for now. Luckily, both Luke Hughes and Dylan Guenther went down in asking price, as they both had pretty average years. I mean, Hughes had like 25 points, so his ask, I think, was 8 or 9 million. Now it's 6. I mean, in the 5s there, if we do a bridge. Let's do 4. Well, actually, let's try 5 at, like, $6 million. I mean, that's pretty good for a defenseman his rating, and we'll have him for the rest of this. Dylan Guenther, 6.8. I think his was also like 8 million or something. Okay, so he does get really expensive. He thinks he's gonna pop off. Let's try 3 years at 6.25. I think that's pretty fair, especially what do you have? Not like 55 points or something. Now Svitov's an interesting one. He's a bottom pairing D-man, but he's solid. That's just so much money for bottom pairing D-man. I wonder. I'm gonna qualify him for now. I think what's gonna happen, I'm gonna have to choose between him and Devin Tays. Tays is 32, 88 overall, 5-star defense. Svitov's 20, 86, also 5-star defense. I feel like, yeah, we got to go with Svitov. So I'm probably going to trade Devin Tays here just because it doesn't make a lot of sense to pay a bottom pairing D-man that much money. And Tays will probably start to fall off pretty soon. He's 32, so get some value for him while we can. Also, too, Svechkov was a 4th liner. Wants almost nothing. He's definitely an NHL player for us, though. So let's try 2 years at, like, 1.1 million, see what he says. And in regards to goaltending, guys, we are set. Wallstedt Coast is under contract, although Wallstedt does need a raise, so we'll try and do that at the start of next year to get him cheaper. Blomqvist is now low elite potential. Backman here was why I traded Dossel. I want to sign him to get him playing the AHL. Just drafted Martindale and Claremont. Like, are you kidding me? Goalie situation could not be better. Guenther wants more money. Hughes, though, said yes. Same as Svechkov. Backman as well, our goalie. Okay. I mean, I guess I should probably qualify Guenther for now. Svitov's already qualified. I guess I should also sign Svitov just to make sure we don't lose him. So we'll try 6 at 6.5. Especially, too, he's 20. If he starts playing top 4 instead of Tays, I mean, I think he's going to get even better. At least, that's what my mind tells me. Guenther wanted 3 years. I mean, I'm fine with that if he'll take 6.25 for 3. Guenther still wants more money. Svitov, though, said yes. And so with 14 million, we have just enough for both Rossi and Guenther. Honestly, though, guys, I'm thinking, like, Guenther kind of performed the worst of all of our young star players. Maybe I trade him in a package with Devin Tays and bring in some star player. Like, we'll have a bit of cap space. I'll see Rossi I want for 5 years. Doesn't really get any cheaper. I mean, probably should honestly just give him the 7 because, yeah, 100K change. What's how many years he wants. 89 overall. Let's try, I doubt he says yes, 875. Yeah, he wants more money. Evans here in the AHL, 2481. He could actually play bomb pair with Timmins. That's a really, like, fair ask by him. And so Evans did say yes, guys, along with some other AHL defensemen. I think Merkley and somebody else. Beecher there, Wyatt Johnston, Shields, Kalanos, Mitchell, Kessler. Try 9 million on 7 years for Rossi. I feel like that's pretty fair. Rossi still wants more money. I mean, I'll just wait and see what he asks for in free agency, kind of see what's made available to us. Everyone, though, is qualified. I think we're bringing in new AHL assistant coaches as well. So, should be a fun summer here. I think we're still going to be really good, but definitely can get creative how we build this team. Martin Necas, 27 years old. That means he's a free agent. Wow. Brad Lambert there, RFA. Same with Rossi. Could do like a 1-for-1. Lambert's 2 years younger. 1 overall higher. 20 goals, 44 assists. So even though Rossi's lower rated, he actually had more points than Lambert. Interesting. Let's sort this by overall. I don't see any Pasternak. I was hoping he would have made it. A lot of actually RFA players. David Jarachek, Alex Tuck, Patty Kane, 37. kind of risky signing him. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping for some bigger name free agents like Connor McDavid, for instance. Goaltending though, Thatcher Demko. Okay, so maybe Philly we can finally take out now that they're losing their starting goaltender. Let's look at two-way goalies just in case somebody good. Wow. I mean, it feels bad, but we have to make an offer. Like, free medium league goalie. He might say no because we actually have so many good young goalies, but like I said, we gotta try. Now, two-way skaters here. There's a couple low elites. 1952, 2263. The good thing with low elite players is, like, they sometimes will randomly just pop off, kind of like a medium elite player. Not usually the case, hence the low elite, but if they do, obviously we're signing them for free. Really good value. Magnuson, 2475. I feel like we have enough AHL players. If I'm wrong, I'll go sign somebody. Really don't really think any of these guys are going to make our team. Now next year, guys, we're trying to make a big trade to Toronto Maple Leafs, offering up Devin Taves for Sean Couturier. Couturier would really help out our PK, just help out like the defensive side of our forwards. 94 D awareness, good face-offs, can score, can make plays. He does it all for you. And like I said, with Devin Taves here, he's kind of limiting Svitoz's growth, having him stuck on the bottom pair. We just paid him some money. I went on back on the second pair with Luke Hughes. I think Timmins and Evans is a more than capable bottom pair for us, and it's only making like $2 million. Let's see what the Leafs say to this. The value's pretty equal. Trades rejected. Sweeten the value just a touch. Fair enough. They don't want him. I don't even know why the trade is on the block. I'll add a 4th rounder 2028. That's probably, that might be even too much. Let's try like a 6th rounder 2028. Work our way up. Okay, so the 6th was not quite enough. Let's just do the 4th like I originally planned. See what they say. And there we go. Okay, so I think it's a big trade for us. That does actually add $1 million in cap space, but I think it was still a good move. Check out this trade offer, guys. Zibanejad for Astopoulos, Johnston, Kolonos, but it doesn't make sense. We still have to sign Rossi and Gunther. Looking like we'll probably only be able to do one of them. Wow, that medium league goalie said yes. I didn't think he would, so our already stacked goalie prospect pool just got even better. Rast there was a right D who we liked. Rhinus there as well. I think the 2 low elite. And now Nicholas Kronwall, who's a prospect of ours. Medium top 6, but his stats aren't the best. 1.2 million. I guess we have to match that. I'm just going to bury him anyways. Calgary offering us Teravainen for Johnston, but again, need the money for Rossi and Gunther. Alright guys, so it's now mid-August. I don't want to sim any longer and risk some team making an offer on Rossi or Gunther. So they've both gone way down in ask price, but only looking for 1 year. Rossi 6'6", Gunther just under 5, so definitely can do that for both of them. And it looks like all kind of like the mid-80 guys are gone. There's some 80s there for free. Could get like Gustav Nyquist, some 27s. If they have like a really good stat in one category, I might do it. Brett Leason's got very good physical, so for like an AHL guy, he might not be too bad. Nyquist, I mean, I like him. I don't know if it would make sense to play him in the AHL. Leeson, it actually probably would, especially for that price. Let's do 1 year, 800K. And you know what? Just because I like him, I'm going to give Nyquist a contract, even if he's just playing 4th line AHL. So, Rossi and Gunther, if they do long term, it goes right back up in asking. Basically, it's just cheap now. Although Rossi, we could get, say, 7.5 for the next 2, which would definitely help us out. Gunther, there's asking for less than 5. Wow. 2 years, 5.5. Let's try 2 years, $5 million. See what he says. And look at this huge trade offer from the Islanders: Landeskog and Shen. But we're trying to bring back our guys. If they can't do that, we'll go for another team. Yes, I know I gotta sign Rossi, Leeson. That'll be helpful for the AHL. Come on. Gunther rejects. Nyquist accepts. Rossi signed. Okay, so we got Rossi signed for this year and next, which is very nice. Maybe Gunther will just do the 1 year deal then. Down to 4.2 for 1 year. Jeez. I mean, we have 6.7 million in cap space, and Gunther's ask for the next 5 years: 7.2, 4 years, 6.6. Like, I'm thinking I'm just gonna make him the max offer. He should say yes here, and this is like a really good contract, especially if we can get him going. I feel like that makes more sense to trade him away. And there we go, guys. Dylan Gunther is coming back to the team, and again, got him pretty long term as well. And next, you guys want to sign AHL defenseman. There's this Lyles guy, 2270, low elite. He'll just be playing bottom pair for us. He might have like the best upside, so I'll just do this. Might as well do 3 years. We can definitely trade him later. 850K. There's also Kanizev here, 2578, but he's basically done growing. Also to the Schmidt guy, 2378. Like, that's not bad. I know he's only got medium top 6, but he's got 3 years left to grow. He could probably get up to an 80, so might sign him as well. We'll do 3 years later, 850K. And so both Schmidt and Lyle suggest the offer. Now I doubt this goes through, guys, but I'm trying to trade Cronwell and Lavoie to the Devils for a second round pick. I'm kind of annoyed that Cronwell accepted the offer sheet from whatever team that was. 2276, medium top 6. Like, he might end up being an 80, but he's weird. Like, all his rating comes from the offensive and defensive awareness. His actual stats aren't the best. Like, 80 passing, accuracy for the shots is in the low 70s. So I'm going to move on from him. Lavoie there, 2577. Doesn't quite make our team for chemistry reasons, so I'm going to trade him as well. We get back a second round pick here, which hopefully will be another medium top 6 player who will fit better on our team. They say no. I thought that was a pretty fair ask based on the value. I mean, what about a third, a fourth, and a fifth? They say yes. Okay, so I mean, it just gives us, you know, more chances to hopefully get a good player. A lot of picks in next year's draft already. And actually, we're going to show you guys what our lines are looking like for next season. I think the NHL team definitely has a chance to make the Stanley Cup final again. First line hasn't changed. McTavish, Rossi, Holtz. I mean, nasty first line. Still getting +5. Stamkos, Perfetti, Gunther on the second, also +5. We got Johnson, Couturier, and Quinn on the third line with a +3. I'm really surprised Quinn had 40 goals and didn't grow from an 85. Like, that seems a bit strange to me. Fourth line here, Svechkov, Beecher, and Holloway. I feel like that's a pretty solid fourth line. We'll get it done when they go out there. Again, it's kind of the best in terms of chemistry rating that I could come up with. Defensively here, we have a bit of a dilemma. So Evason, Fox still the top pair, obviously. Evanson's up to a 90. Svechkov down 88, playing with Hughes on the second. Timmins and Evans, though, get a -3. So I could simply switch Evans and Svechkov, but Svechkov 88, I feel like that's too good to have on the bottom pair. So let me know what you guys think I should do. I'm leaning towards probably just trading Timmins because he's going to need a new contract after this year, where Evans, down 83, by the way, make 850K for the next 2. Goaltending-wise, Wallstedt's an 88 now, starter. Kosa backing him up 85, so still 2 really good goalies. Turns to the AHL team. I mean, look at this. Peltier, Johnston, and Nyquist. I mean, the first line, getting a +1. Second line, Kamel's 83 now. Basically, he would have been fourth line for us, or Jack Quinn's fourth line. I don't know what to do. And then I figured, rather than playing fourth line, but get him a +5 in the AHL, have him go off. Last year on his contract, hopefully keeps him cheap, and we'll sign him for the next 4 years, the rest of this franchise at a cheap deal. Immediately jump him into like the top 9, top 6 next year. Kind of my strategy. He's playing with Brisson there and Bobby Brink. Bobby Brink as well, like, is kind of more of an offensive guy. Doesn't really fit on the fourth line, and he doesn't make the top 9. Cooley, Ratu, Mitchell. Mitchell here, 1973 low elite. We just drafted 6th round last year, and it looks like he's going to be a player. Fourth line there, Leeson, Drury, Thomas, all 80s on the AHL fourth line. Defensively, O'Rourke, Merkley, Schmidt, Lambos, Astopoulos, the medium elite guy. Big things for him coming. Lyles as well paired up with them. Goaltending, Blomqvist, and Backman. Backman, of course, the medium elite goalie from last year. So AHL team, I feel, should be quite competitive again. I mean, I've got 283 forwards getting a +5. Like, that, they should go off, but who knows what will happen. So I'll show you guys our ratings for next season again. Let me know what you think I should do there about, like, Kamel as well as the -3 D pair. So for next season, guys, we have 100 offense, 100 defense, 88 goaltending. Still have the 100-100. That's pretty nuts. So we'll see if we can get back to the Stanley Cup final next year. If you guys enjoyed this episode, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.